He actually put something on the line this year. He sells for the winners, was it?
Yes, and peanut butter jelly sandwiches, that's on the line too. So one side's eating better than the other. I think it's a lot of fun. You know, we have, our numbers are a little bit more than maybe sometimes in spring, and so, you know, that's what it's all about. It's about being able to compete, have fun, changes everything. So it was good. We were a little thin in the old line. Couldn't get three more guys hurt there, but made it through.
Is there one thing above others that you think you accomplished this spring?
You know, I just think certain guys took the next step with their game. I do. I think spring's kind of, it's hard to get, I think it's hard to take the next step on any one phase, whether it's offense, defense, or your special teams, because everybody gets reps. And there's going to be some guys that don't get any reps in the fall that are out there. And so it's, you know, one guy here, one guy there. And so you really just kind of look at the individual progression. And I do think there's a lot of guys that kind of took the next step, and it'll be nice to be able to put it all together come fall. You know, early fall camp is kind of the same process. A lot of guys getting reps, and then the last 10 to 14 days try to really hone in on it.
Any surprises?
You know, I don't know if it's surprises. I think because we expect guys to get better. And so you saw that. You saw a couple of the young guys, you know, do some things that, I think our defense did a nice job this spring, in general. Now, again, they should probably be, you know, ahead of that. I think on offense, it always starts with the O-line, when you can have them all in there and get into a rhythm, and we really didn't have that. And so, but I think those guys have done a nice job of kind of picking up, and they improved.
What kind of camp did Jake have? What did you see from him?
Yeah, I thought he had a nice camp. You know, I think he was sharper in his decisions. I think he's throwing it well. I think the ball's coming off his hand nice. I think his decisions are a little sharper. You know, we're a little bit short-handed receiver as well out there. And I think we get those guys all dialed in. And I think that'll be a good combination. But I think Jake, I think he did a good job.
Well, last year at this very time, we were peppering you with questions about the quarterback decision. Is it a different dynamic this year?
Well, you know, we still look at the whole group. I mean, we kind of talked about the unit, everybody's unit. It can't be one guy. It can't be just Jake ready to play and win for us. That's just not how it goes in college football. So we need those other quarterbacks to take the next step as well. And I think there was some improvement, but we really need those guys, somebody to step up, to take, you know, to really push Jake and be ready to play and win for us.
Has Tony Rodriguez done that?
I think Tony's done a good job. I'm not saying he's there and ready to take, you know, push anybody. I think he has a capability. I think KJ does too. But I think it's going to be very interesting what happens from here until we start in August, because now it's really on their own. And you know, we always talk. Everybody does the big things. I mean, and the big things are hard around here. So we're assuming the big things are going to be taken care of. But who's going to take that next step of all these little things that need to happen for those guys to really be in a position for our quarterback unit to win and win big for us.
You mentioned that John Ross hadn't played a lot of receiver for you. Was he one of those guys who took that step? Did you see the progression you wanted to from him?
Yeah, I think that he did. I think he took a step forward from where he has been. I think John Ross has so much to it. So it's you know, it's how's John Ross doing? You know, was John Ross in spring really good? I just think he has so much more to him. Did he take a step from where he was before he was injured? I think he did, but I think the sky's the limit for that guy. And so we're heading in the right direction.
Do you see Jake starting to look for him? That's a guy that he really likes throwing to.
Well, I think this. I think you know, it's always about matchups out there, and any smart quarterback is going to find a matchup they like. If they don't like the matchup, even if the read dictates it should go there, but they're not feeling the matchup, they shouldn't go there. And I think most quarterbacks are going to like a lot of matchups with John Ross on whoever.
What do you expect from Lindquist in the fall?
You know, I thought Jeff was a surprise. I thought Jeff did a nice job for us. never played that position. And, I'm the first to say our quarterbacks have to be as tough as anybody on that field. But it's a different type of toughness, it's kind of, you're not hitting anybody, you gotta be able to hang in there and take a shot. And all these other positions, you gotta be able to go after people. And that takes a while to kind of develop that mentality. And I thought he did a really good job right out of the gate of not shying away. He's as smart as they come, so he knows the offense. But to know the tight end positions and the calls, he didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
So I think he took a really good step mentally, but probably as impressive as anything, he did a good job blocking. The other thing that jumped out is he shows he's got a pretty good pair of hands. He can catch the ball. So I'm excited about his progression.
Do you see him as a factor in the depth and the fall then?
I do.
Game day or? Yeah.
I really do. And, the tight end position as well, we need a few guys there. That's a really physical position where that position seems to, we need some guys there. There can't be one or two guys. We're going to need an arsenal of guys to do what we want to do there.
Chris, sorry, apologies if this was already asked earlier, but what went into dividing the white and purple teams? How you did?
Yeah, so what went into it to start with is we felt like we had just enough bodies to actually play a game. I mean, those guys, it's offense versus defense all year long, basically all year long. And so the one time we get to put some offensive guys and defensive guys and have them cheer for each other, it's awesome. I mean, to hear Jimmy Lake on the sideline cheering for the quarterback and all that, I'm like, oh, this feels weird. You're never hearing that. And so that's what it's all about. And so we had enough bodies to do that. And then I think it was Coach Strasser and Coach Gregory. They just divided the teams up. It was kind of equal as we could and let them play.
Speaking of Coach Lake and the quarterbacks, on that very, very last play with KJ, what did you see? What was your opinion on that?
Well, I thought he was a little short. Had they been playing for real, I thought the defense was coming pretty fast. And so I didn't think he would have got it. And so that's, hey, there's always going to be a little controversy in the games, right? We can't put it in the officials' hands. That's one of the message coming out of that. Don't put it in my hands because you're not going to like the decision. Someone's